Alright folks, today we're diving into some intriguing mysteries about Shanks, our protagonist Luffy's idol. Man, things have been getting pretty intense since around chapter 1085 of One Piece, haven't they? It's been one revelation after another, and I'm here for it. And in the last scene of chapter 1086, we were finally introduced to none other than Figureland Saint, right? I bet we're all itching to uncover the possible connection between Saint and Shanks. Am I right? So let's get down to it. First up, who exactly is Saint Figarland? Well, he's one of the celestial dragons, wielding absolute power, and was once a big shot over in God Valley. These days, he holds the reins as the supreme commander of the God's Knights, which gives him the authority to judge the sins of the celestial dragons. But keep in mind, his perspective is purely that of a celestial dragon. He's the guy who threw shade at Saint Untitled for defending the fishman race, saying anyone who protects trash is less than trash. And guess what? He executed Saint Untitled for defending the fishmen. So it's clear that he's a heavy hitter among the celestial dragons. The name Figarland rings a bell, right? We know it from the movie One Piece film Red, and it's a family with a deep connection to Shanks. In One Piece film Red, remember the 5 elders eyeing the singer Uta? A sudden line stood out. Could she be of the Figarland lineage? As it's evident from their conversation, the world government didn't deem Uta's existence to be significant initially. However, once they noticed her talents, it was revealed she was Shanks' daughter. This line confirms that Shanks, presumed to be Uta's father, is indeed a member of the Figarland family. So what is the Figarland family exactly? From this point on, let's discuss what is not yet revealed. The Figarland family is probably a special lineage of celestial dragons. Let's look at the difference in treatment between the Don Quixote family, which is also celestial dragons. Don Quixote Homing, the father of Doflamingo, was a very rare celestial dragon. He desired a human life, abandoned his celestial dragon status on his own, and began living in a country that did not belong to the world government with his family. However, as soon as he was exposed as a former celestial dragon, he was subjected to brutal persecution from the residents. Homing, who was cornered, asked the celestial dragons, "Can't my wife and sons return to the Holy Land, Marijoa?" But he was coldly dismissed with, "It's the life you chose. You can't get back what you discarded. Don't ever come again pretending to be human." Usually, once a celestial dragon abandons their status, they never receive the treatment of celestial dragons again. However, Shanks is still treated specially by the 5 elders and the Marine Fleet Admiral, even though he has become a pirate. Why is that? There must be a secret in the Figarland family. Perhaps it's a special clan with powers like the Lunarian tribe among the celestial dragons. The 5 elders said, if she's Shanks' daughter, it would be hard to lay a hand on her. Why hasn't the world government waged an all-out war against Shanks? And why do the admirals always back down? Furthermore, despite being a pirate, Shanks is able to meet the 5 elders. "Because it's you, I made time." This line suggests that Shanks is an important person to the world government. Meanwhile, what was the Holy Gearing doing at God Valley? This is a really important point. When you hear champion, you imagine it as a title for someone who competed and won something. If the Holy Gearing held such a position, it can be inferred that there were competitions and tournaments. If that was determined by strength, individual military power, it makes sense that he would become the supreme commander of the God's Knights. Furthermore, to imagine God Valley at the time, there must have been something more than just determining who is strong or weak. For example, the winner was given some kind of prize. There was a preset prize, like the Colosseum in Dressrosa, and participants gathered to strive for what they wanted. Maybe that's how it was. And if the celestial dragons were participating, then anything and everything would be fair game for a prize. Instead of bidding with berries, the one who fights and wins gets to take what they want. Maybe that's the fair structure they had, competing with each other among the celestial dragons. I don't think the government would allow non-celestial dragons to participate in the competition, because if a celestial dragon were to die, it would be a big problem. Generally, they seem to enjoy leisure activities, provided that their minimum safety is assured. Perhaps God Valley was a part of such divine amusement, and the Holy Gearing boasted unparalleled strength. The Rocks Pirates were a pirate crew that existed about 40 years ago. They were the greatest enemy of the Pirate King, Galdi Roger, and were a legendary great pirate known as the world's strongest until he appeared. They bared their fangs at the world government, caused numerous incidents that were hushed up by the government and, according to Sengoku, touched too many taboos in the world. Rox was the type to use anyone, even celestial dragons, to achieve his own objectives. In such a case, he had determined that God Valley on that day was a place where valuable resources that were likely to become money gathered. If you take the celestial dragons hostage, you can negotiate with the government. He might also have thought of taking any slaves or prizes if a competition was being held. It seems likely that there was more than enough even after sharing the loot, with all the members of the pirate crew in a place where the strong gather for a profitable story. Let's take a look at the 40 billion volumes, a bonus for viewers of the movie One Piece film read. There, in the last name, you can see the Roger pirates running away from God Valley. They look like they said, "We've stolen it. It's a big harvest." And inside one of the treasure boxes was a 1-year-old Shanks depicted laughing innocently. At the time, the 1-year-old baby Shanks would have been on the island during an extraordinary battle. Despite his young age of only 1, he was standing at a crossroads in life. And from that flow, perhaps Shanks has lived as a member of the Roger Pirates since he became aware. By the way, I'd like to consider why Shanks was put in a treasure chest. So far, there have been a few instances in the story where children have been put in treasure chests. First, in the case of Law was hidden in a treasure chest by Coruscant on Minion Island to escape from Doflamingo. When he saw a chance, Law managed to escape and gain his freedom. Then, in the case of Uda was kidnapped in a treasure chest by pirates, who attacked her hometown and killed her parents when she was 2 years old. After that, she met the red-haired pirates. In Law's case, he was put in a treasure chest out of a desire to help him, while Uda was put in a treasure chest because she was thought to have value as a war trophy. So what about Shanks? As a celestial dragon and an infant of a special lineage, he would have been considered an important being. However, Shanks ended up becoming a pirate whom Garp calls garbage. Moreover, he's a figure who holds a high position even among pirates. And yet, it remains puzzling that he, a pirate, can have an audience with the 5 elders. Something not easily achieved even for a celestial dragon, and is given preferential treatment. In this part, I feel that the power of the Figarland family, as the God's Knights, is quite strong in the Holy Land. So this time, I've dug deep into the origins of Shanks and the Figarland family. Still full of mysteries, I can't take my eyes off Shanks and the Figarland family. How did you all find it? This channel posts summaries, explanations, and ranking videos related to One Piece. If you like One Piece, we would be happy if you could support us by subscribing to our channel and commenting. Thank you for watching till the end. See you in the next video.